What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On this segment, we are going to talk about what would have fixed Halloween Ends, or how it should have been done. So let's not waste any time and just dive into this, because that movie was horrendous as is. All right, first of all, the movie should have been about Michael and Laurie Strode. That's it. It's their saga, their story. And if this was the conclusion to a trilogy, should have been about them. You have to have character development, little side story, but keywords side story. The movie focused way too much on Laurie's granddaughter and Corey. Where was Michael Myers? Good God. Also, the movie didn't feel like a conclusion to this new trilogy. It felt like a setup for maybe like a new Michael Myers, aka Corey. But that got nixed in the movie. So the movie didn't even know what it wanted to be. It didn't know if it wanted to be a finale or set something up in the future. And if Corey somehow comes back, if he survives getting stabbed in the neck, shot a couple of times, falling off of a tall banister, having his neck snapped by Michael, if he comes back and they set him up to be the new Michael Myers, that's going to be comical. Let's talk about the kills. The kills were not scary, or creative, or cinematic. Halloween 2018 had awesome cinematic kills. Great setups, great intensity, had you at the edge of your seat. Not this movie at all. Everything was like on the nose and just poorly done. Lazy. The kills felt flat, and sometimes just flat out dumb. Like that DJ, the radio host. I mentioned this in the other video, like his makeup was terrible. It didn't even look like that kill fit with the movie. It seemed like part of another type of horror scary movie. So goofy. His makeup looked like dollar store putty. And then they try to be cute and like cut his tongue off and have it spin on the record. Oh boy. I don't know, were we supposed to applause to that or like hop up and down? What a kill. Ha ha ha. Michael Myers was simply not Michael Myers. Michael Myers, the character, when properly done, is clever, methodical, scary in a sense that he always finds a way to somehow get you. One step ahead of you, when you think you're a step ahead of him. That wasn't the Michael Myers we saw in Halloween Ends. And I don't want to hear the, oh, he was old. I don't want to hear the, oh, he was battered and weak. He wasn't old to do what he did in Halloween Kills at the very end of the movie, killing like 20 or more people. It didn't make sense. Michael Myers was a dunce in this film, just a feeble dunce. Got taken out way too easy. Complete mockery of Michael Myers. The added new abilities were weird and just kind of thrown at you. Powering up when he killed somebody, like that little weird shake. But yet he didn't power up. He still was kind of weak, underpowered. Possessing people, infecting them with his evil. It just seems so out of place with what they did with the previous movies. Previous, I mean like these last two sequels. Didn't understand it. I mean, the kid either got possessed with an essence of Michael Myers, hence the way he was standing, stalking, his vibe, his energy. Laurie picked up on it. Or Michael's evil triggered some evil that was already in this kid. Laurie kind of touched on that. She basically said there's an evil out there, external evil lurking always. Like some force that infects people. It's just weird, like they didn't know what to do. Felt like they were going towards the angle of Corey becoming the new Michael. Then he wasn't. He's his own thing. Confusing. How about this? You hardly saw Michael Myers. Basically in the last act. What the hell were they thinking? We paid our tickets and we powered on our TVs and pressed play on the streaming service to see what? To see Michael Myers kick ass, kill a bunch of people, be badass, battle Laurie Strode one final time. What do we get? A movie hardly with Michael Myers in it. And when we did see him, it wasn't the Michael we know. It was a shadow of himself, the character. The final battle. What the hell was that? Again, going back to Michael Myers being like depowered, being totally punked out. Think about all the stuff he survived in the previous movies. This guy's been run over by a SUV, beaten, battered, stabbed, pitchforked, shot, stomped, punched, you name it. Keeps on ticking, keeps coming after you, cannot be stopped. What stops him in this movie? 2 or 3 kitchen knives, a counter, and a refrigerator. Give me a break. It should have been a dragged out battle, but I'm going to get into that in a bit. Also, for the final battle, it should have been the Sheriff Frank, Laurie's granddaughter, and Laurie herself battling Michael. I'm going to dive into that in a little bit as well. Lastly, with the gripes, some of the scenes were just poorly written. Like the scene with Michael Myers, quote, wrestling with Corey in the sewers. That looks so goofy and stupid. Who greenlit this movie? Who sat there in a conference room, read this script, and said, yeah, this is it. This is great. This is how we're going to wrap up, guys. It's going to be a hit. The fans are going to love it. Jamie Lee Curtis didn't speak up. Because if I was Jamie Lee Curtis, I would have spoke up. This is not how you wrap up a franchise like this, or how you handle a horror iconic character like Michael Myers. Ridiculous. Now on to what would have worked. What would have made this movie great? First of all, again, make it about Michael and Laurie. It's their story. We didn't need anything else for the finale but Michael and Laurie squaring off and settling things once and for all. As far as the story, Michael could have been hiding out for 5 years, recovering, regenerating from that mob attacking him in Halloween Kills, then come out of hiding at regular full capacity, go on a killing spree, get Laurie's attention, eventually come after Laurie, and then they have their final battle. Keep it simple, make it brutal and about Michael and Laurie. That's all we needed. What's wrong with that? No artsy fartsy, deep philosophical mumbo jumbo or societal message or study. It's the damn finale. Even if it ran short but was in your face, brutal and direct, a no nonsense wrap up, what we wanted, people would have accepted it and loved it. Give the fans what they wanted, Michael Myers on a last savage run. The final battle between Laurie and Michael needed to be long, savage, back and forth, with at the end, honestly, Laurie sacrificing herself to kill Michael. That really is the only way to close things out. Let's say she had explosives on her, she was about to die, bleeding out, embraces Michael, some one-liner, boom, or some explosive trap in the house, they both blow up. Similar to what Dr. Loomis did in the original old part 2. Sacrificing himself, telling Michael it's time to come home. That's how you do it. And also touching on the final battle a little bit more, Laurie should have been assisted by Frank the Sheriff and her granddaughter. That would have been poetic. The original arresting officer, someone from Laurie's bloodline, younger, them two surviving, or maybe the sheriff and Laurie dying to take Michael out and the granddaughter surviving. That's another angle. That would have worked. Guys, I don't know what else to say. I really don't know what we got with Halloween Ends. It was a slap in the face, spit in the face to the fans, spit in the face to the franchise, to the character Michael Myers. I honestly hope that somebody comes along in a couple of years and just bypasses and ignores Halloween Ends, gives us a proper ending, even if it's without Jamie Lee Curtis. She said she wasn't going to do any more Halloweens. That's fine. Maybe you could write her out where she passed away. Have her granddaughter kill Michael. We need a new ending. 2018 was perfect. They could have wrapped things up with that movie. As a matter of fact, I think that was supposed to be the wrap up. That ending was like super cinematic, very poetic. Michael trapped, looking up the staircase, the fire swirling behind him. He disappears. Where did he go? It was left ambiguous. Did he burn? Did he survive? But you know he survived because you heard the breathing. Excellent. That was the movie. Halloween Kills, fun, one-off. I mean, you could view it as a sequel to 2018, but it definitely had flaws. Still was fun. Halloween Ends, absolute train wreck. I don't know what these people were smoking, but pass it along because it must be good. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. What would have fixed this movie? Do you agree with my points? Feel free to drop what would have made you happy. Just go in, rant, feel free. Would love to read your thoughts. Thanks for watching this segment. If you enjoyed it first time at this channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Appreciate that. Best way to show support, like and share the video. Helps the channel get traction. Take care, guys. I'll catch you on the next segment. And let's cross our fingers that maybe something happens and we get a proper Halloween finale.